Hey, I'm Randy, and I'm the Cheap Audio Man. Here at the Cheap Audio Man, we don't feel like hi-fi equipment, IEMs. Headphone amplifiers, receivers, speakers, DACs, turntables should cost more than a toupee when you're starting to lose your hair. And these don't. They're the queens of audio, Adonis. So sit down and grab a cup of coffee from, I don't know, can you see that? There we go. Columbia River Coffee Roasters. Digital Dan sent this in for me. Thank you, Dan. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the queens of audio, Adonis. Today's sponsor is black athletic socks. If you only buy one kind of socks, you never have to worry about matching them up again. Go out and buy the cheapest black athletic socks you can, and you don't ever have to worry about losing a sock, because you've got 36 others, or really 35 others, that match it. Pro tip: cheap black socks. Available at a wide variety of retailers. Okay. Queens of Audio, Adonis. Comes in a different kind of packaging. It's quite nice, and it is audio. Not just for men. So, I'm no professor, but I think these are probably marketed towards the fair sex, women. They're IEMs for women. Okay, they're real pretty. Doesn't mean they don't sound good. I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know what I'm doing with this video. I feel weird because I'm reviewing the queens of audio headphones. Okay, let's take a look at them. All right, they're quite pretty. All right, we're gonna see this. I just figured out how to do face tracking on my camera, and I kind of like it. I wish I would have discovered it a long time ago. Okay, you don't care about that. They have all sorts of sparklies. They look real nice. And if that's your thing, then you may want to consider the Adonis. My buddy Roy over at Yao Tiger sent these to me. I'm going to link his store. It's an AliExpress store. He's over there in China, but don't worry, he's been great. I think everybody that's dealt with him has had a very positive experience, and he is going to go bend over backwards to make sure that if anything wrong happens with your order, he's going to fix it. Okay? Roy, Yao Tiger, give him a chance. AliExpress. All right. So, nice box, obviously. All right. So, what do you get inside? Well, you get all sorts of cool stuff, like a card. It's upside down. It says Queens of Audio. Got some QR codes. All the specifications. Oh my goodness. So they actually give you the frequency response curve on here. And you're probably not going to be able to see it. I'll take a picture of it and show it to you though. But it's real flat, and then dips down about 2 or 3 dB around 200, and then starts coming back up around 1,000, and then goes back up to where the bass is at around 2K. So I guess you could call this a bit U-shaped, but if you only have a 2 or 3 dB swing on this, most people would consider that flat. All right, it actually has 3 drivers in here. So it has a 10 millimeter custom dynamic driver, it's probably for the bass, and then 2 balanced armature drivers. Okay, 3 drivers in here. And actually, in the tip, if you take the ear tip off, you can actually see 2 chambers. All right, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get real fancy, so I've got some type of silly monitor up there, and then I don't know, it just feels weird, but I'm trying to be more professional. Okay, sensitivity 113 dB. You don't need an external amp to drive these, but I use my Ear Studio M100 Mark. This It's so bad. I'm trying to be all professional, and it's just not turning out to be that way. All right, M100 Mark II. I love this thing. I use it so much that the clip actually comes off, but you can shove it back in. Okay, so I use that because it has an EQ, it has a whole bunch of settings. It's also an LDAC Bluetooth receiver. Can also be a USB DAC. Has 2 Sabre chips. Crazy app that is awesome. You can adjust crossfade. It's got a mic, so you can basically turn any wired headphone into, I don't know, you can make calls with it. You can actually pipe in, and this is not a review of the Ear Studio. You can pipe in ambient noise, so if you're rolling around town and you want to make sure you don't get hit by a bus, you can pipe in a little bit of ambient noise so you can hear it when the bus is honking at you. Okay? What does it come with? It's got a very nice box. Whole bunch of different ear tips. There's some black ones on the bottom. I don't know if you can see them. So it comes with silicone and foamies. Okay? These are $180 a piece. All right? That's a lot. But I'm going to tell you, everything about this headphone is quality. All right? Very nice cord, if you can see it. All right, hold on. There we go. Very nice cord. It's one of those woven cable ones. A nice connector. Comes with a... so silly. I don't know how to do this. It comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack. But you can also run them balanced if you have a balanced cable, which I do. All right, it's got the 2 connector thing. All right, so it's not an MMCX. So don't spin them around. Well, you're only going to do it once. All right. They're cool looking. Queens of audio. Do I have a problem wearing them? No, I don't care. They sound good. All right. Very nice cord. Very nice box. Comes with QR codes. Has a nice little case pouch. And you can make it talk if you want to. Hello. Buy some Queens of Audio. Adonis. All right. Queens of Audio. Not just for women. Men can wear them too. Okay? How do they sound? Hold on. Messed it up. How do they sound? All right. How do they sound? All right. We're going to have some fun with this video, and I don't care. Let's see how they fit. Okay, first of all, they fit pretty good. I'm gonna try to do this. There's no guarantee this is gonna work. All right, look at that. They fit perfectly. Actually, this is one of the best fitting. Now my voice sounds. Oh my goodness, I'm getting all caught up. It's one of the best fitting IEMs I've ever had. All right, there we go. How's it sound? One of the first things that I do when I get an IEM in is, number one, I've actually experienced break-in. And I've experienced break-in pretty significantly with the Meze Rye Solos, which is another quality IEM. Anyway, I tend to break in IEMs just a little bit because they have and they will make a little bit of a different change in their sound. The first thing that I do after I break them in is I go in and I use the 10-band parametric EQ. I tweak it until I feel like it's what I like. And what I like is pretty darn flat. So however I have to tweak it tells me a lot about the frequency response. So if I have to bring down to 50, it means that I feel like maybe there's a little bit of a shelf, kind of, maybe the bass is a little bit much. I bring down 250, it brings the clarity back in the mids. The bottom line is I didn't have to EQ these. All right, so for me, they had plenty of bass, they had a full mid-range, a flat mid-range, and very clear. These are very clear IEM. The treble on this IEM, I would say, has a bit of excitement, a bit of activity, lots of treble activity here, but it's not in a fatiguing way. in any way. Cymbals on the tracks I listen to mostly. Africa, very good decay. Shoot to Thrill, AC/DC, crunchy, has body. Percussion, very sharp, very quick. Centerman, Nina Simone, very good. Also, the soundstage. These don't sound like they're right in your head like the tin hi-fi P1s, which incidentally, these sound a lot alike. However, the soundstage on these is much bigger, so it seems more like speakers, okay? I highly recommend these. If you can pull $180 and you don't mind wearing something that's called Queens of Audio, these are great. These are really good. And actually, these have been I've got a few other IEMs in. I listen to IEMs at night right before I go to bed. And these have kind of been my go-to IEMs. And the reason is they've got one of the better frequency responses that I've heard in an IEM. I don't feel like there's any coloration, maybe a bit of excitement on the top end, but it's, in those higher frequencies, 8K, 10K. So to me, that's not fatiguing. There's a little bit of excitement. This is a great IEM because it's not going to, no one's going to put this on and be like, ugh, I don't like it. It's very, very good. Good looking, fits good, has a ton of different ear tips to come from. It's very high quality. I'm trying to think, if I'm comparing another IEM, the IE300 by Sennheiser. The Sennheiser IE300's got some magic, and that magic's going on in the percussion, but I feel like the bass on that one's elevated really at 250. So I not only do I have to bring 250 down, I actually have to bring everything down. Extension's great. Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys goes very deep. Mid-range, Alanis Morissette, not Sibilant, off the MTV Unplugged. Male vocals, MTV Unplugged, Alice in Chains. Fantastic. Fantastic. This is a fantastic IEM. Okay? Final thoughts on the Adonis. They're great. They're really great. I've got no complaints. The treble's very clear. I wouldn't say it's not pronounced because it kind of comes back up where the bass is at. Maybe the not most completely natural sounding treble has a bit of a sheen to it. Almost kind of like the shh, but it's not. It almost leans towards that, but it's not. Compared to one of my other favorite IEMs, which is the Tin Hi-Fi P1s, I think these have, the difference is the tins, have a great top end and a pretty good mid-range, but they have no bass, okay? These have bass. One of the most balanced IEMs that I've heard at 180. That's expensive. If you take care of them, though, there's no reason why these aren't going to last for a long, long time. Highly recommended if you're wanting to spend that. Now, I do have some IEMs that are pretty similar. Actually, I have them right here. Some KZs. That's a different one. KZZ set 10 something or other. They're about $50, but they don't have the cable. Actually, that cable is like a silver-plated fancy cable. They're awesome. They're awesome. They're awesome. If you want to support the channel, you can in a variety of ways. If you buy from Roy over at Yao Tiger, I do not get a commission. Do that. This guy is a great guy. Yao Tiger, great outfit. Really focused on IEMs, headphone amps, anything you want. I think they've got some DACs as well. Great outfit, okay? Eventually, I may put in some Amazon links on this, but right now, if you're going to buy them from Roy. Great guy. Great guy. He reached out to me really early on in the channel, so he's awesome. And I think eventually he's going to try to get some stock on Amazon. but don't worry about AliExpress. I think you're gonna be just fine there. Anyway, so no affiliate links on this. However, you can support me through patreon.com/cheapaudioman. I just put up a 24-minute video for patron only last night. So we have patron only content. We also have a patron only Facebook group, kind of. We also have patron Zooms on Sunday night. We all get together and chit chat, and it's been really cool because not only have I gotten to know folks in there and become really good friends with a lot of my patrons, they've become friends with one another. And there's been a little bit of a community building here, and it is a ton of fun. And we're a little bit crazy, us audiophiles or us hi-fi enthusiasts, a little crazy. Not everyone's going to understand, but guess what? The patrons understand, and you get to talk shop with them and nerd out. And no one's going to look at you like you have 17 fingers growing out of your forehead, or even one finger growing out of your forehead. You can also sign up for Amazon HD Music for free. There's a link in the description. Click on the link, scroll down to the bottom, try HD. I have playlists in the description, test track playlist, which is really getting out of hand at this point. So I may need to shove those into another playlist. We have the Satanic Panic, a bunch of 80s metal. It's awesome. We have Leg Warmers, a bunch of 80s pop music that's a ton of fun, okay? So don't binge watch anything. Binge listen on your Queens of Audio, Adonis headphones, and don't feel emasculated at all because they sound awesome. So binge listen and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.